the transformation of the cycle of karma. Then Tirumala Das said, "What you are telling is very true. If a person subjects his wife to harassment without any reason, he will become a young widow for 7 subsequent births. If a man marries 4 or 5 females, he will be born as female in next birth. If the sexual desire and urges of those 4 or 5 females are not destroyed, they will take birth as males and have sexual indulgence with that female. If this happens all in one life, it becomes adultery, which is a sin. On the other hand, if those males marry her in different births separately, no sin arises. This is the power of the wheel of time. In this rotation of the great wheel, many sub-countless wonders takes place. If one takes birth of a female, then the duties of that birth have to be followed. So is the case with males. A sinner who separates a couple would take birth as a eunuch. He would be impotent, not belonging to any gender, and would be deprived of marital bliss. He experiences utter misery and undergoes mental agony. Eating meat is prohibited. Suppose one killed a goat and ate it in the company of 10 others, the goat experiences terrible pain at the time of the exit of life. Those painful reactions lie concealed in the airy region. My boy, painful reactions and happy reactions lie concealed in the sphere of air. Good deeds produce happy vibrating reactions, and bad deeds produce agitating reactions. The dead goat intends to harm the 10 persons who ate it. On account of its thought about humans, the goat will take the life of a man. These 10 persons will be born as goats. In this way, the results of actions ensue. For every action, there would be a corresponding reaction. Therefore, men should cultivate the quality of forgiveness. A sattvic person would not like to eat the flesh of a goat, even if he saw it. Even if the goat happened to be a man who ate it, if he forgives and grants it life, the wheel of karma stops. The collective virtue and the collective sin of the residents of Pitikapuram fructified at once and became the cause for the birth of Sripada Srivallabha. Pious people realized him as Sridatta and derived auspicious results. Sinners did not realize him as Sridatta and suffered ill effects. Those who abuse Sripada Srivallabha fall into Raurava and other hells, even though they adore Sridatta. It is better to be silent if the matter is not understood, but one should not abuse that beautiful, divine, glorious, auspicious, and magnanimous form. Those who suffer camphor harati to his face but derive nails in his feet, and those who abuse the incarnation of Sridatta would have venereal diseases. Not only this, Sridatta has added a peculiar yogic power in his sportive play of grace. For pious people, the remembrance of the name of Sridatta brings fulfillment of all their desires unasked for and without any effort. For those sinners who abuse Sripada, countless obstacles and undesirable things occur in strange ways. Sripada's is a form of fire. He wears a fabric of fire. His body is an embodiment of the holy fire of yoga. To describe the efficacy of his holy padukas, even aeons are not sufficient. It is impossible even for the Vedas and Upanishads to describe the greatness of his padukas. Sridatta is Sridatta regardless of how many yogas elapsed or how many kalpas passed or how many cycles of creation, sustenance and destruction took place. There is none comparable to him. He is verily Sripada Srivallabha. Every atom in this creation bears testimony to the supreme truth. The reinstallation of self-manifested Datta. A strange Avadhuta came to Pitikapuram. He was a mad monk. He was a peculiar ascetic who blessed people through curses and abuses. If he praised anyone, the fruits from virtuous deeds of the other person got diminished. The residents of Pithikapuram inquired him about the whereabouts of the self-manifested Datta. Then that Siddha informed them that the self-manifested Datta took a bath in all the holy centers and was resting in the river Ela. Then, when a search was conducted in Ela river, the statue of the self-manifested Datta came out. During an auspicious time, Appar Sharva Mangala Devi, Sumati Maharani and Appal Raja Sharma, shining with Brahmanic brilliance, reconsecrated that icon. This was done according to the wish of that Siddha. Sri Bapanarya presided over the grand celebration. Birth of Sri Vidyaranya. Bapanarya invited the Siddha to their house for bhiksha on the day when the reconsecration took place in the temple. The Siddha agreed. He saw Sripada in the house of his grandfather. An overwhelming fatherly affection swelled in him on that divine child aged 2 years and who was treading softly on the floor. The child climbed onto the shoulders of his maternal uncle Venka Vadani. He was playing merrily with the tuft of hair on the head of his uncle. He saw the Siddha and started laughing. Hearing that laughter, the Siddha went into Samadhi. When he recovered consciousness, Sripada Srivallabha said, Madhav, Bukkarayadu will establish a Hindu kingdom as per your wish when I attain 16 years of age. You will be with Harihara and Bukkaraya. May you become famous under the name of Vidyaranya Maharshi. In the ensuing century, Govinda Dikshitulu will be born in the house of your brother Sayanacharya. That Govinda Dikshitulu is none other than you. May you prosper as a Rajarshi and a great minister of Tanjavur. Then tears of joy showered from the eyes of the Siddha. He embraced Sripada. Sripada paid obeisance to the feet of the Siddha sportively. The Siddha exclaimed, What is this wonder? Then Sripada said, You will ascend Sringeri Pitham and will become well known as Vidyaranya. You will be then born as Krishna Saraswati as the third one in the lineage of your disciples. You will have a lot of fatherly affection towards me. Therefore, when I incarnate again as Narasimha Saraswati, you will initiate me into the ascetic order as my preceptor, Sri Krishna Saraswati in Kashi. Kashi Vishveshwara and Annapurna Mata are witnesses. You have to restore ascetic dharma. The manner in which Vajapayajula Madhavacharya, belonging to Parshar Gotra, comprising of the sages Vashishta, Shakti and Parasar, became famous as Vidyaranya Maharshi, and some more things will be told tomorrow. Thus, Tirumala Das concluded the narration for that day. Digambara, Digambara, Sripada Vallabha Digambara. Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha.